So, Bob Odenkirk is back as Hutch Mansell in Nobody 2. And this time he's on family vacation. The big question is, can he actually go on vacation without running into any kind of trouble and just enjoy his holiday? You know, it doesn't seem that hard. I mean, that's all he has to do. Just go on vacation and have fun with his family. Everybody does this. Or can he simply not avoid a life of chaos? Let's find out. Now, if you can believe it, I only first became aware of Bob Odenkirk 5 years ago in 2020. It was during the lockdown where, with nothing else to do, I binged the entire series of Breaking Bad, where he played the iconic character Saul Goodman. Then when I was done with that, I binged the spin-off series Better Call Saul, and I instantly became a Bob Odenkirk fan, as I thought he was a terrific actor and very charismatic. Then, suddenly, at round about that time, out of nowhere, Nobody came out, where he was now playing a very different character, a more action-orientated one. Once again, Nobody was a film that no one saw coming, and then boom, it was suddenly there. In fact, due to said lockdown, I don't think it even came out in theatres here. It was a straight-to-home media release. So I bought it, and of course I loved it. It was a short hour-and-a-half duration, it very much felt like John Wick if John Wick was a family man, and it was badass. Yeah, totally kick-ass movie. Now 5 years later, we have Nobody 2. So, okay, what does this movie have in store for us? Well, the Hutch character is back to his life of being a gun for hire while trying to be a family man, but his wife feels like he's neglecting his family, so he takes his family to a holiday resort to a place that his dad used to take him to on vacations when he was a kid. So he's gone there with the sole purpose of making memories with his family and not getting mixed up in any kind of explosive, action-packed trouble. But of course, that's easier said than done. The main conflict in the movie starts very much like how it does in the first one. Hutch is involved in some scrape with a couple of low-grade goons, which then escalates and escalates till he's up against an entire crime syndicate. And you honestly can't blame him. This town is full of bullies who want nothing more than to give poor Hutch a hard time. There's one scene in particular that made me go, ooh, yeah, where some middle-aged bully smacks his daughter across the shoulder. And I tell ya, you feel Hutch is in a conflict to lash out. Yes, he's meant to be on good behaviour and not get in any trouble, but you can feel that turmoil of just wanting to tear this guy apart. Now, if I had a daughter and someone did that, yeah, so help me God. So this begs to ask the question, why doesn't Hutch just pack up his family and go home? It's honestly not worth getting involved in all the trouble and chaos. Well, simple, because Hutch is having a vacation with his family, and darn it, he's going to make sure he has a vacation with his family. Gangsters trying to kill him be damned. So the trouble escalates, where he then has to face Sharon Stone, who plays a character called Lendina. And wow, she's horrible. A vicious character who truly gets under your skin. And to be fair, you can tell that Stone is really enjoying being evil and really enjoying playing this part. Firstly, what I love about this movie is the Pandora's box that the first movie opened, which this sequel continues with. That being, it's just so damn therapeutic seeing kick-ass fighting scenes of horrible bullies getting the shit beaten out of them. I can't explain it. You're like, yeah, fully cheering Hutch on as he beats up some of the most terrible people ever. People who are just bullies for no other reason than because. Remember the famous bus scene in the first movie? It feels like part 2 recreates that fist-fighting, beating the bejesus out of each other scenario several times. Like this movie knows that that was a standout moment in the original, so let's double it. But it's true, you really cheer Hutch in the beat-em-up scenes. What I also love about the Nobody movies is that really it's all about justice. All the people who Dutch hurts are the worst of the worst, okay? It's not like he's beating up Joe Random down the road for no reason at all. These people are the worst of the worst. Horrible people who have no problem hurting others, and most of the time these characters suffer their downfalls because of their hubris, and that they underestimate Hutch and see him as being below them, and, well, nobody, just like the title. Some other snippets that stood out to me is Christopher Lloyd is back as Grandpa, and I love the fact that Lloyd is still starring in movies. This time he spends the entire movie dressed up like something from Apocalypse Now, so I thought that was funny. There's one scene where you can clearly see the Darkman movie poster in the background. That made me happy. I'm glad that underrated gem is getting some love. And you know that song that goes, "I love you more today than yesterday"? Look, I'm not singing it, I'm just going to say the lyric. Yeah, that was played several times in the movie, and now, for better or worse, I have it pounding in my head like I can't get it out. It is fully stuck on repeat this evening. And just like the first movie, it's a short and quick, straight to the point, hour-and-a-half duration. So no getting bogged down with an overly long running time and over-complex plot. Nope. It's just a fun, quick thrill to let off some steam and watch bad guys get beaten up and what's coming to them, and you leave the movie fulfilled. And in addition to that, this entry does have more of an emphasis on family. Unlike the first movie, which was mainly about Hutch facing his midlife crisis as he misses his glory days. Nope, here he is at his peak with his family. So Vin Diesel should love this movie. To conclude, I really enjoyed Nobody 2. It's a solid action film. And it is a feel-good movie. It was fun seeing something light this time after last week when I saw the movie Together, which was a really heavy and emotional movie. I can confidently say that I like Nobody 2 as much as the first movie and bring on part 3. The only thing I'm curious about is, are we going to have to wait another 5 years for that? Anyway, see ya!